we are on the brink of the 6th extinction event. Now, what do you mean by that? You know what is the cause about the climate change? Is it a problem? Is it a disease? Or a symptom? Climate change is a symptom, not a disease, fortunately. And therefore, we can manage the systems and do it best by solving the disease itself, curing the disease. Now, where lies the disease? And this is where most important when we discuss about so-called human resource, and I'll talk about that in a minute, and this age of AI that we talk about. It's become fashionable to do that. And there's nothing wrong in it either. But we'll set the context right. So just come back to our issue. Where is the real crisis of sustainability and ecology? Supposing we end up doing zero carbon emission today, assuming it happens today, it won't happen anyways, but assuming it happens, what we have done is just close the tap. But the tub is already full with 500 parts per million of greenhouse gas concentration. Now you say, what is 500 parts per million? To give you a relative sense of scale, for 50 million years, this concentration ranged between 50 to 150 to 300. 300 till 1950. So it's not back into the millenniums, but it's into the industrial age context of 1950. It was 300 parts per million. Between 300 to 2025, between that 1950 with 300 to 2025 being 500 parts per million. It is absolutely unsustainable. Therefore, and this is the starting point, an interesting point, what would then be the real formula for stability around sustainability? What are we going to sustain today, even if we talk about? Are we going to sustain this 500 parts per million, assuming that we go net zero on carbon? It's not sustainable anyways, sensibly, common sense. So reduce, reuse, and recycle is no longer relevant. And we are still following that off-beaten track. Tell me, is there another way out? Interestingly, it is. There is a way out. And the way out is not reduce, reuse, recycle, but replace this fossil fuel altogether. And then do biosequestration, which means we have to create a project or a moment where this 500 parts per million starts getting to closer to 300, biosequestrate. Sequestration is the process by which we reduce this greenhouse gas concentration to manageable proportions. Now, can it be done? The good answer is that yes, it is possible. AI can do it. So we have a technology which is almost godlike. It can do it provided it is handled well and understood well. It's very fashionable to call the age of AI. And you know the topic that I'm supposed to address is HR in the age of AI. But before I kind of, set to solve this problem, I would like to put the context straight. You know what are the 3 problems of humanity today? Can anybody tell me? Can you name the 3 problems of humanity and why is all happening today? So much of distortion, we call it the VUCA world, volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. And now we've started, post-corona, started calling the term banning, which is brittleness, anxiety-driven, non-linearity, and incomprehensibility. Why is all this there?